California Emerging Technology Fund provided grants in 2015 to CSU Fresno and Valley Vision to conduct AgTech Pilots in Fresno and Yolo Counties. The results were reported at a roundtable during the 2018 World Ag Expo that quantified how broadband access for farms can support precision agriculture to optimize resource use such as water and fertilizer, and increase crop production, as well as enhance access to external markets. The AgTech Conference and Roundtable during the 2025 World Ag Expo spotlighted progress since then and framed an action plan to support agriculture in California.
We're down here at the World Ag Expo in Tulare, where in addition to seeing all the great equipment, we've held 2 sessions today looking at the future of ag tech and what's needed to really make it successful.
I kind of think it's great that there's a lot of women involved in agriculture, so it's fitting that we're in the Women's Pavilion. Welcome, enjoy the show.
But I'm so excited about this inaugural session of this new pavilion, the Women's Conference Center. It's just something we've been working on for a lot of years.
On behalf of the Tulare County Board of Supervisors, it really is a pleasure to welcome you here to this wonderful county. Tulare County is the home of the World Ag Expo.
There's so much going on in tech, also as it relates to agriculture, that it gives me a lot of hope about the future of the Central Valley, the future of agriculture.
And AgTech is really transforming the way that we produce food, making farming more efficient, sustainable, and resilient in the face of the changes that we're seeing with climate.
The ability to have video systems, broadband, the ability to communicate with each other while networking with law enforcement becomes important.
We're going to make sure that our committee is very informed on what we are voting on and making sure that we pass that on to the rest of the legislature.
We have the #1 industry in the world. We do the best job in the world because we feed everybody so that way they can be the lawyers, doctors, and innovators and everything else.
I love AgTech. I love what it's doing. We're seeing higher yields. We're seeing greater animal protection. We're seeing efficiency in our use of resources.
I look at what ag has done, what ag will do, and the future of agriculture, and I say, not only do we need to be united with a common voice of protection, but united in a common voice of innovation.
So in our first session over at the Women's Conference Center on the Expo grounds, we heard from a county sheriff, from state elected officials, from private sector, and from our Secretary of Agriculture, Karen Ross, as well as previous Secretary of Ag, A.J. Kawamura.
And I applaud all the people at CDFA, at USDA, at ministries around the world that are part of that infrastructure that helps protect those of us that are farmers.
For over 110 years, UCA&R has been that trusted partner in agricultural innovation. My friend Sonny McPeak calls cooperative extension the original tech transfer to the people of California. And we've really been bringing those cutting-edge research directly to farmers and ranchers.
The unique ways that CETF was supporting the work to move it forward, and how in 2015, how creative and innovative it was.
As a farmer or a grower who invests in the AgTech, there's very real cost savings to your business.
At Fresno State, we have about 24,000 undergraduate students. 10% of them, roughly, are enrolled in the Jordan College of Ag. And these students represent our future workforce, our future employment base. They represent the future of ag here in the Central Valley.
So all of the farm workers, all of the people who live in that area and their children have an opportunity to access that broadband as well.
Input and participation are needed. We want to hear from farming community experts and innovators, growers, to bring everybody together and close this digital divide.
As precision agriculture continues to advance, reliable access to networks has become essential for our farmers to do their jobs efficiently. This highlights the importance of ensuring reliable broadband services not only extend to the last mile, but also the last acre of farm country.
These folks shared with us their issues, what they're identifying as problems, and some ideas for solutions, such as a focus on putting people together and different ways to figure out how to make broadband and the infrastructure become available out in the field.
Hi, I'm Karen Ross, and I'm Secretary of the California Department of Food and Agriculture. And then we just finished a really robust roundtable with the whole business sector that's involved in AgTech. Really informative, trying to, like, how do we move forward? How do we accelerate the tools that we all are going to need for the future?
I'll just quickly tell you about our program because I think it's helpful. We do a field trial readiness program. So we do an open call for applications. We find out this is what growers really want.
Now companies have developed equipment, trick robotics, soccer robotics. I just spoke with a noble one earlier today from Australia. These are commercialized products in AgTech that stem from that research.
So broadband is critically important to us as a small farmer to be able to implement. And we want to implement more ag technology, but it has to come at the right cost.
Not all technology fits everybody. Every farm's different. Not everybody runs on the same spectrum. Like, I farm differently than my neighbors farm differently than I do.
One thing that I heard from this meeting is we got to have internet access. If we don't get internet access, we're not like anything. So if we can focus on one thing as a group to try to get something done.
This was an opportunity for us to really discuss how we're going to take that AgTech further. And this was really organized by the California Emerging Technology Fund under the leadership of Sonny McPeak.
The CTEF has really been a major player in getting us to the stage where we are as far as deploying broadband connectivity, having visionaries like Sonny and the CTEF board and the people who have helped drive the focus in Sacramento and in Washington, D.C.
I think this was a great conversation today, so thank you all.
Thank you.